Hello and welcome. Myself, Dr. Suman. I am dealing with public administration optional paper, and today's topic for discussion is public and private administration. So, we will start this topic with, first of all, we are going to observe what is the questions and in which angles the previous year's question papers asked on this topic. So firstly, we are going to discuss the questions asked by this topic. As you noted, the public administration and private administration is a very basic topic as far as public administration is concerned. And BPSC also asked in the previous year's question paper, there is a two main aspect as far as public administration and private administration is concerned. As you noted, there is a two aspect. First aspect is the what is the differentiation between, that is the differences between public and private administration. And second thing is that which is more relevant as far as LPG era is concerned, that is called the similarities of the public administration and the private administrations. So, we are going to discuss today, and we will discuss in the next few minutes, first of all, public administration in two aspects. The first aspect is differentiation between public administration and private administration, and second aspect, which is more crucial in contemporary manner, that is similarities between public and private administration. As far as previous year's questions asked by this topic, it is very illustrative. The first question asked by the Bihar Public Service Commissions in the year of the 64th Civil Services Examination 2019, and the questions asked by the BPSC, the globalization is bridging the gap between public and private administration, critically examined. What is the main compelling environment and main compelling component which is going to compel to integrate public administration and private administrations in this manner? And that was asked in the 64th Civil Services Exam 2019. So you can easily find out the similarities is going to asked by the any commissions in place of differences. So as far as public administration and private administration is concerned, the similarities is more important for the examination point of view, and differences is not going to ask because it is very basic and very traditional in the nature. So every commission is going to ask what is the similarities between the public administration and private administration, and which type of environment which is post LPG era, why public administration going to more similar and more connected with the private administration. That is the main theme of the questions as far as this topic is concerned. And one more question asked by the BPSC in the previous year, and that question was, public administration and private administration are tending to become more and more identical in the nature and scope. Examine this statement and account for this phenomenon. That is one more question which is going to in the same stream, that is the similarities between the public and private administration, and what is the ecology or what is the situations why public administration and private administration is going to integrate. So that questions asked in the 45th Civil Services Examination in 2002. So as far as public and private administration is concerned, there are only two questions asked by the BPSC in the last previous year's question paper, and the main concern about this topic, which is related between the similarities between public and private, and why public administration is getting more closer to the public administration and private administration, and what was the prevailing situation, why it is more or less, it is the two aspect or two sides of the same coin. So it is not the era which is going to differentiate between public and private administration in watertight manner. In fact, it is the time to collaborate between the public and private administration, and each and every field there is a concept that is called PPP. PPP stands for Public, Private and Partnership, which is very frequently used in the literature of the public administration, and every aspect of the public administration is going to integrate with the private administration. It is not a differentiate because it is the era of the governance, and more and more importance given to the market also, as far as IMF or WB, that is World Bank, is concerned. So it is very important in the governance model. The two main stakeholders of the governance, that is the state and the market, is going to collaborate to fulfill or to improve the quality of the services, and it is the moral responsibility of the two main players which is going to provide services or goods to the masses. So it is not a matter of any contradiction, not a mutually contradictory, but these two things is mutually complementary to each other. So these type of questions which is going to more asked by in the future as far as BPSC future aspect is concerned on this topic. So we will start with the differentiation between the public and private administration, and then we will discuss what is the similarities between the public and private administration. This is the main burning issues as far as this topic is concerned. As you know that myself, Dr. Suman Sinha, and I am dealing with the public administration optional paper on the platform of the Bhavishyala. You can use my institute code. You can easily download the Bhavishyala app from Play Store, Google Play Store, and you can insert the institute code, that is MEGA, that is MEZA 5555, and you have opted my courses. You can subscribe my courses as far as you have searching for the public administration in English medium with quality content and quality lectures. You can easily search out for this as far as public administration English medium is concerned. So without any delay, we are going to discuss with the today's topic, and today's topic is public and private administration. Public and private administration. Public administration refers to the business of the state and is concerned with the ends and the strategies of the government, policies, programs and decisions. As you know that public administration is related with the government affairs, and it is also related with the execution of the public policies. The public policy is a type of decisions making, or it is a goal which is assigned by the legislator to the, and it is goal is capitalized by the public administration. So it is easily find out public administration is related with the government affairs. So it operates in a political and governmental settings. You know that public administration, as far as the nature of the public administration is concerned, it is a non-political activity but in a political setting. So you can easily find out the masters and the political executive which is going to assign to the work to the permanent executive, that is called a public bureaucracy, to achieve those tasks which is determined or which is assigned by the legislature, that is called political executive. So it is a non-governmental activities as far as public administration is concerned. Woodrow Wilson also said the public administration is a non-political activities in a government setting, and we need some specialization, we need some expertise, and Woodrow Wilson says it is area of business, so we need some type of specialization, some type of expertise is required to fulfill those tasks which is assigned by the political executive to the public bureaucracy, that is called public administration. So private administration, on the other hand, refers to the management of business onward and operated by private individuals. You know that private administration is totally different from the public administration in that sense. So there is no any political leadership or political environment is there. They are functioning in the very private manner. There are lots of private companies which is going to perform his task according to the board of control which is assigned to the work, and in private sense these are related with the individuals players. It operates in the non-governmental setting, that is business enterprises. As far as private administration is concerned, it is related with the non-governmental affairs and which is not operated in the governmental setting, and in fact it is work in the non-governmental settings. That is business enterprises. As you know that as far as public administration is concerned, which is mainly related with the to provide the service, but as far as the private administration is concerned, it is related with the to earn the profit. So the service motive is the inseparable part of the public administration, but as far as private administration is concerned, it is mainly concerned with the to earn the profit, to make the profit. Hence, they are also known as governmental administration as far as public administration is concerned, and business administration as far as private administration is concerned, respectively. So we can now start with the what is the differentiation, what is the differences between the public and private administration. There are two types of scholars, and they are going to differentiate between the public and private administration, and one category of thinkers which is not going to differentiate between the public and private administration. As far as differences between the public and private administration is concerned, the 3 or 4 name is very important as far as public and private administration differentiation is concerned. So first name is Paul H. Appleby, second name is Sir Josiah Stamp, third name is Herbert A. Simon, and fourth name is Peter Drucker, which is going to differentiate public administration with the private administration. As far as you know that, we are going to discuss with the what is the difference between public and private administration. So mainly Paul H. Appleby, Sir Josiah Stamp, Herbert Simon, and Peter Drucker, these scholars are differentiate between the public and private administration. They are not going to articulate or support two similarities between the public and private administration. As far as Paul H. Appleby is concerned, according to Paul H. Appleby, public administration is different from private administration in 3 aspects. And first aspect, as far as Appleby views is concerned, first is the political character. Political character is the main characteristics of the private administration, and there is no political character which is found in the field of the private administration. So first differentiation made by the Appleby's view, the first is the political character, and second, breadth of scope, impact, and consideration. As far as the public administration is concerned, the breadth, scope, and impact of the and consideration of the public administration is more comprehensive, more wider as far as a private administration is concerned, which is narrow and which is very limited in the manner. And third differences between the public and the private administration, as far as Paul S. Applewhite's view is concerned, that is public accountability. As you know that public accountability is the main characteristics of the public administration. So the three main differences between the public and private is concerned, as far as Paul S. Applewhite's views is concerned, the first is the political character, second is the breadth and scope and consideration and impact of the is concerned, and third is public accountability. As far as Sir Josiah Stamp views is concerned, according to him, public administration differ from private administration in four aspects. And first aspect is principle of uniformity. As far as public administration is concerned, it is going to behave and treat each and every member of the society in very uniform manner. But as far as private administration is concerned, there is a differentiation between the one member to another member, which is going to decided by the private administration. So uniformity of the treatment between the two persons, which is not found in the private administration. That is the first differentiation as far as the Sir Josiah Stamp's view is concerned. Second is principle of external financial control. As you know that the budgets of the public administration, which is approved by the legislative assemblies, so public administration has the characteristics, the budgets is assigned by the or approved by the external, so there is a external financial control, that is called principle of external financial control, which is very inseparable characteristics of the public administration as far as Sir Josiah Stamp's view is concerned. The third is principle of public responsibility. The public responsibility is the characteristics of the public administration. It is not a public accountability which is assigned to the private administration. And fourth is the principle of the service motive. As you know that we discussed earlier, in some time earlier, that is the service motive is the main function or main characteristics of the public administration. But as far as private is concerned, the main motive is to earn the profit, to make the profit. As far as Herbert Simon is concerned, Herbert Simon is also differentiate between the public and the private administration. And Herbert Simon, according to the Herbert Simon, the distinction between public and private administration lies in the popular imagination, which relates to the 3 points. And these 3 points are the first point is public administration is bureaucratic, whereas private administration is business-like. As you know that in any public bureaucracy, there is a hierarchical manner, there is a superordinate and subordination relation is found in the public bureaucracy. But as far as private administration is concerned, it's work like a business. It is business-like, which is as far as private administration is concerned. That is the first distinction which is made by the Herbert Simon. Second differentiation which is made by the Herbert Simon, the public administration is political while private administration is non-political. As you know that public administration work in the governmental setting or political setting, but as far as the private administration is concerned, there is it is work in the non-political or non-governmental setting. That is the second main differentiation which is made by the Herbert Simon. And third differentiation, according to Herbert Simon's view is concerned, public administration is characterized by red tape, while private administration is free from it. As you know that there is a decision making, cumbersome decision making is going to visualize in the field of the public administration, and there are lots of procedure is going to follows to implement the decision. So red tapeism is the main characteristics of the public administration as far as Herbert Simon's views is concerned. But as far as private administration is concerned, it is free from these type of red tapeism or any rigidity which is frequently found in the field of public administration. As far as Peter Drucker's view is concerned, according to him, public administration, it is also known as service institution, is basically different from the private administration, that is business institution. To quote him, according to Drucker, it is different in its purpose, it had different values, it needed different objective, and it makes a different contribution to society. Performance and results are quite different in service institutions from what they are in business institutions. Managing for performance is one area in which service institutions differs significantly from business institutions. So this quote given by the Peter Drucker, which is also differentiate between what is the performance result or what is the managing for performance as far as the public and private administration is concerned. They are reigned by the different types of values. The values which is prevalent in the public administration, which is quite different from the private administration. So Peter Drucker is also going to differentiate between the public and the private administration. So these are the thinkers which differentiate between the public and private administration. So we can start with what is the difference between the public and private administration. Paul H. Appleby, Sir Josiah Stamp, Herbert Simon, and Peter Drucker are of view that public and private administration are two different things. As far as these scholars are concerned, they are not going to integrate public and private, and this similarities point is mentioned or stressed, focused by these scholars. The two types of administration, two types mean there is a public and private, can be differentiated on the following grounds as far as these scholars are concerned. The first ground is that public administration is public in nature. As you know that public administration work in the background or work in the setting of the government setting or government political setting. So first differentiation between the public and private administration is public in nature. Hence, the main aim of public administration is to serve the public. As you know that service motive is the main characteristics or inseparable characteristics of the private public administration. So service motive or serve the public is the main characteristic of the public administration, and to promote community welfare. As far as the community welfare is concerned, the community welfare is the ultimate goal of the public administration. So first differentiation which is made by the public administration is public in nature. Hence, the main aim of public administration is to serve the public and to promote community welfare, which is the ultimate goal of the public administration. It is characterized by the service motive. As you know that service motive is concerned, as far as Sir Josiah Stamp is concerned, the principle of service motive is the main characteristics of the public administration. So to serve the people, to serve the society is the main tagline of the public administration. The private administration, in contrast, is characterized by the profit motive. As you know that the main characteristics, the main tagline of the private administration is the profit making, not social service. As far as private administration is concerned, service motive is not a primary motive of the private administration. So social service is not a very focused area as far as private administration is concerned. Its objective is to maximize profit. As you know that every capitalist or every factories which is run in the field of the private sector, the main motive is to capitalize his maximize his profit, or maximization is of the profit is the main intent of the private administration. All their efforts are directed to this end, that is public maximize the profit, or profit earning is the main aspect or main goal of the private administration. Also, the public administration carries a greater social prestige than the private administration because of its social role. As you know that the public administration enjoys more prestigious status because of its social role, because social role is the main characteristics or main part of the public administration. So this social prestige is not found in the private administration. So social role is given main prestigious social prestige as far as private administration, which is not found, or it is missing in the private administration. Next, public administration operates strictly according to laws, rules, and regulation. As you know that the public administration, which and every decision, every act according to the rule book. That is the main concern of the public administration, operate strictly according to the laws. Laws abiding is the main characteristic of the public administration. Rules and regulation is strictly followed in the field of public administration. The administrators cannot do anything contrary or in excess of legal power. If you go through the administrative law, there is a excessive authority, and any type of administrative work which is going to, that is mal use, or that is excess use of the legal power, which is going to criticized, which is going to pop up by the public administration. In private administration, there are general laws. In general laws, as far as a company which is working in the telecom sector, there is a general laws which is formed to operate in the telecom sectors. Like TRI makes lots of general laws which is followed by the each and every player, that is private and public, which is going to implement in the general manner, and general law is going to obeyed by the private players. As far as telecom sector is concerned, TRI is going to make a general law which is going to obeyed by the private sector, which regulate the business. As far as general laws is concerned, which is going to negate any unethical business, or that is called monopoly business, which is going to hamper or harm the small players of the any field. So these are the main level playing rules which is obeyed by the private sectors, and which is very general in the natures, because level playing is the main concern about the private administration. Individual business firms have considerable flexibility. As you know that the flexibility is very found or very frequently found in the field of private administration. There is no any rigidity which is commonly found in the field of public administration. So they are in the private sector, so they are going to decide very flexibility is there. They are going frequently change his decision according to the situations, what is the prevailing situations, and they are easily going to associate and equilibrium with the situation. So flexibility is the main characteristics of the private administration, but as far as the public is concerned, they are very rigid, or they are very inflexible in the character. Now we are going to the next point, that is the third point. Public administration is subjected to political direction. As you know that Paul H. Appleby said, the main difference between the public and private administration is the public administration has political direction in most policy matter. It is the minister who lays down the broad policy outline under which the bureaucrats have to implement the policy. As you know that the public policy is designed by the political executives and which is passed by the legislature, which is the official statement, that is called official nature of the public policy. So in broader sense, the broader outline which is designed by the ministers, and each and every ministry has lots of bureaucrats like secretaries, joint secretaries, and so. These are going to work under the general supervision or broad supervision which is provided by the ministers. And implementation of the policy which is designed by the legislature, which is the executive part, the execution is the main part of the permanent executive. So implementation of the policy is the part of the public bureaucracy. In private administration, there is no such political direction. The political direction is missing. As far as private administration is concerned, there is no any ministers is going to direct. So political direction is missing. Only in emergency situation, such political direction can be exercised. If any type of emergency, if any type of casualty or contingency prevailing, so in that case, only some directions which is political in nature, which is provided to the private administration. The ends which it's pursue are its own, and its objective do not depend upon the political decisions. The political decisions and political decisions is not going to hamper or are not going to decide its objective, its purposes, and it's not dependent upon the political decisions as far as private administration is concerned. The next point which is differentiate between the public and private is the public administration has to be consistent in its treatment. You know that you cannot differentiate between the two citizen or two persons. So equality treatment, the treatment of equality or equal treatment of the person is the main characteristics or tagline of the public administration. In other words, the principle of consistency. Principle of consistency means the person's not going to differentiate between the any public bureaucrats in his own point of view, but principle of consistency, they are not going to differentiate, not going to favor, not going to hatred any person. So the consistency is the main principle of the public administration. is the watchword of the public administration. So principle of consistency of treatment is the watchword of the public administration. It acts as, and decisions are regulated and uniform laws, rules and regulations. So it means that public censure or legislative commotion. So administrators have to be very consistent and impartial while dealing with the public. So impartiality is the main characteristics of the public administration. They must give equal treatment to all the citizens without any favor or prejudice. Private administration, on the other hand, can practice preferential treatment. In private administration, there is a preferential treatment is prevailing. They are easily differentiate between the two persons. They are not ruled by the principle of consistency of treatment, but preferential treatment is basically or found in the field of the private administration. In private administration, discrimination is a free practice in the selling products, choice of products, and in fixing the prices of the product. So they are easily going to differentiate between the customer between one customer to another customer in the field of the private administration, and fixing the price and priorities and prices of the product is and selling of the product, it is personally going to decide by the private administration, and lots of differentiation or lots of discrimination is found very frequently, and this is ruled by the preferential treatment, and he is going to prioritize which customer is more important for the company, and more important customer have given different type of treatment, and less important type of customer is going to given different type of treatment. So principle of consistency of treatment as far as which is found in the public administration, so it is not found in the field of the private administration, and preferential treatment is the main tagline of the private administration. So now we go through the fifth point, what is the basic difference between the public and private. The fifth point is that being public administration is open to constant public scrutiny. As you know that there is a public scrutiny, there is a public question asked, there is a lots of parliamentary question asked in the parliament, and public scrutiny, each and every person very vigilant about the function of the public administrations. So it is very critical about the public administration